Now that it's time to do the lay out the hole spacing on here, I like to sit down and get comfortable because you're going to take a few minutes to do this. What I do is I find roughly the center at the back of the coaming. I like to start at the back and make your mark, and then every inch and a half, you can go a little more, a little less. I like an inch and a half. Make your mark all the way around where you're going to drill the holes. When you come from this side, odds are you're not going to end up at an inch and a half. So I'll drop back 2, maybe 3 holes, and depending on what I end up with, and adjust my spacing, because you don't want to have a hole here and then 1/4 inch over, because it's going to be real obvious. So adjust your spacing a little bit on the last few to make it come out even. Now we'll move over and we'll drill some holes. This is my little jig I make for drilling the holes in the coaming. You can see that I've got it arched here, and I let the coaming rest on here. It'll clear the drill press, and I can just rotate it around. And with a stop back here, it positively locates it in the same place. So when I drill my holes, they're all consistent height. You don't have to have one of these. You can do it by hand. You just have to be a little more careful to make sure they line up. Now we're going to mount this on here and we'll drill some holes. I've got the jig set up. I've got the part here. Got my drill bit in. We're ready to start drilling. Alright, we've got it set up. Got their holes started. We'll line it up, push it up against the back stop. Bring the drill bit down, line it up, drill your hole. Index it over. Just keep working your way all the way around the coaming. Now with that done, take your sandpaper, clean up these burrs you'll have there, both sides. Any final sanding, and it's ready to varnish and sew in the boat. Alright, we've got the coaming finished. I have sanded it, varnished it, and I thought I'd show you going on the boat. So this is the sew-in coaming instead of the plywood. You can see I've already started stitching around through here. You pull it down tight with a strap clamp. One of the secrets is you really push down hard. There's not much left in this spring. And you put a lot of tension on it. You're going to trim this fabric. I usually trim mine right along the edge there. Roll it over, and you probably can't see it. Just a small lip. I pull it tight. Watch these wrinkles come out right here. I pull them as snug as I can. Well, really as tight as I can by hand. I stitch through, working it all the way around. And if you have an odd number of holes in here, that's good, because you want to go all the way around twice. If you've got an odd number, what will happen? You'll come out here, you go back in here, so you'll have thread here and nothing there. When you make the second time around, you'll come through and fill in that gap. If you happen to end up with an even number of holes, you just come back. I like to do it back here somewhere. I'll stitch through twice so I can skip over a hole and make it odd and go all the way back around. And there's nothing to it. So that's how you build a coaming, and I hope you try it, because it's not that difficult, and I think you'll be pleased with the results.